Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and today solving inequalities in a queue or rational numbers. So we learned last lesson how to solve the equation, basic. Now we will learn how to solve inequality. We just change the sign, equal inequality. So we compare that one, but steps are still same. You have to be careful for something. Let's see first, before I start solve the equation, the properties of inequalities. So here are the properties of inequality. If a less than b, a is a number, okay, whatever is less than b, then when I add another number, both sides, the sign of equality doesn't change. So add both sides, still the sign less than stays. If a is less than b, then I subtract one number both sides, still the sign of less than stays. Doesn't change if it's less than or greater than. If c is a positive and multiply both sides, still the sign of less than doesn't change. But if c becomes negative, the less changes to greater, and the greater will change to less. So if a less than b, then we can say ac will be greater than bc. Why? Because c is a negative number. If c less than b, if a less than b and c is a positive, I can divide both sides, but the sign of less than doesn't change, it stays less. If it was greater, it still stays greater. But if it's c negative and I divide both sides, the sign will change from less to greater. Is that clear? That is the general. So while I'm solving the equation, you have to be careful these signs. The negative only, the problem is the negative for division and multiplication. When I'm subtracting a number, that's okay, no problem. But you have to be careful the division and multiplication for negative number. That will convert the less to greater and the greater and vice versa. Okay, let's see here. We have this equation first. X plus 3 less than 5. We will do the same steps of the equation, which is we subtract minus 3 here, we subtract minus 3 here. Then I have x less than 5 minus 3, which is 2. I said when subtracting, the sign will be okay. So that is the answer. How? So we make the number line. So here is 0, 1, 2, 3. So my answer is number that is less than 2. Where is less than 2? Goes to the left side. This is positive side. This is the left side of the number line. So my answer starts from here by open circle, because 2 is not include the answer and goes this way. Any number come less than 2 is my solution. Okay, when I come here, same, I will do the negative first. I should plus 5 here, plus 5 here. So I will rewrite 2x greater than 5 plus 5 is 10. Then now I will divide. What I will divide? The coefficient of the x. Is this positive or negative? It's positive. Look here, when I'm dividing positive, is the sign changed? No. So I will keep by the greater sign, okay? So x is greater than 5. So I need a number greater than 5. Here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is 5. Where will be the number is greater than 5? It will be the positive side or the negative side. The numbers will be go to the positive side. So my solution is open because there is no equal sign here and goes this side. If we made equal sign here, so this will be solved. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, if it is a dot line, means 5 included the answer. So we will start there, but now we don't have it, so we don't want it to make the solid because 5 is not include the answer. So it will be open to go into the positive. My variable is a number greater than 5. Okay, it can be 6, it can be 10, it can be 1000, it can be any number. Okay, So I have another example. Okay, let's erase this one first. I have 7 bracket x minus 1 greater than 9x minus 6. So let's make this one equal also. Okay, then we see, because we saw almost a number without equal sign. So let's make this equal sign, then let's see. So first we have a bracket. We have to multiply the number out of the bracket, any number inside the bracket. So this will be 7x minus 7 greater than or equal 9x minus 6. That's what we read, greater than or equal. That's how we read. Then now we look the variables. This has 7x, this has 9x. Which one is bigger? This one. So we have to eliminate this one, okay? By subtracting 7x here and 7x here. This is gone. We have minus 7 greater than or equal 9 minus 7 is 2x, then minus 6. Now we add in by 6 here, add by 6 here. Minus 7 plus 6, it's minus 1, greater than or equal to x. I will divide 2, which is a positive. Okay, so the sign will stay as greater than or equal. So this is gone. We have a negative 1 over 2 greater than or equal x. The other strategy I will say, we can rotate, okay? When we rotate the sign, the variable goes here, the sign less than and greater than goes the other side, okay? So you can write this way or this way, because a little bit is hard when you see this one, and number is greater than by variable. It's a little bit tricky if you are not a tough person, you cannot recognize. So what you can do, rotate it, okay? So when you rotate, the sign will rotate. Also, the sign goes the other face, okay? So your answer here is, this is 0, this is negative 1, negative half, it's here. And we need a number less than or equal negative half. What do you think? The number less than or equal to negative half will go. So this is solid. So it will be, you have to know the negatives. The negative, the less than negative numbers goes this side. It's not that side, okay? So the answer will be this way. So the negative is different. When you are here, for example, and here I say number less than 1, you look this way, right? And the negative also you look that way. Okay? That's it for today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.